Right now, a third-party candidate makes a push for votes in Wisconsin. What impact Libertarian Jo Jorgensen could have on the election. And President Trump makes his choice for the Supreme Court, how Wisconsin senators are reacting to the nomination of Judge Amy Coney Barrett. Plus, amid protests against racial injustice across the country, why one Beloit family was inspired to march.
This is News 3 Now at 10.
Thanks for joining News 3 Now at 10. I'm Amanda Quintana. Already this year, Joe Biden and Donald Trump have made campaign stops in Wisconsin, with many predicting the state to be a key player in who wins the November election. But today, hundreds are in Madison supporting a third-party candidate on the ballot. Adam Duxter spoke to Libertarian Jo Jorgensen and her supporters and joins us now with their message.
Well, when you vote this November, you'll see Jo Jorgensen's name on the ballot regardless of what state you're voting from. And tonight, the third-party candidates in Madison trying to sway undecided voters to choose her.
A crowd of several hundred gathered outside the Capitol to get their chance to meet another presidential candidate today.
I've heard a lot about her, and I just wanted to see for myself what everything was about.
Jackson Tutt drove from northern Wisconsin to hear Jo Jorgensen speak tonight. The college student says he's prepared to vote Libertarian in his very first presidential voting experience.
I see it as it's the only party that fights for individualism and letting you be in control over your own life.
Before speaking to the crowd, Jorgensen spoke with us, saying she deserves a spot in nationally televised debates starting next week.
I think that there should be 4 of us on stage. I think anybody who has gathered the support to be on the ballot in enough states to theoretically win the election should be on that stage.
She says if elected president, she'd bring home troops, focus on attainable health care solutions, and demilitarize police departments throughout the country.
Please welcome Dr. Jo Jorgensen.
And despite a third-party presidential candidate not successfully winning a state in over 50 years, she says Americans need a third option.
They both want to spend our money. They both want to make decisions for us. They don't have an answer to health care. And I want to tell the American people that you know best what's best for you.
And in 2016, Libertarian candidate Gary Johnson got 3.2% of the national vote, which actually set a record for the party's best ever electoral result. Now, Jackson Tutt says even if Jorgensen doesn't win this fall, he's hopeful the party can grow in the years to come.
All right. Thank you so much, Adam. Joe Biden's campaign opened supply centers in Madison and Milwaukee today for people to pick up yard signs, stickers, and other supplies. Today's event was held near Tenney Park in Madison. The pop-up event was part of a Get Out the Vote week of action. Jill Biden will be campaigning in Madison next week. The campaign says she'll be at a Get Out the Vote event on Monday afternoon. They haven't released many details about the event. She participated in a virtual event with Wisconsin Congressman Ron Kind last week. More than 70,000 Madison residents have requested an absentee ballot for the upcoming election. As Abby Schinderly explained, city officials found a way to make submitting their ballots a bit easier.
Thousands of Madison residents have decided to make their weekend plans about democracy. The city says it's its biggest non-election day election event ever. But some Republican leaders are trying to stop events like this from happening.
Government starts right here in this park with our neighbors.
Poll workers were stationed in 206 city parks as a part of today's Democracy in the Park event. The city clerk's office is hoping to offer residents a new and safe way to vote.
We're taking all the precautions we can and providing extra opportunities for people to drop off their ballots safely and securely.
There have been some objections to the event. Lawyers for Assembly Speaker Voss called the event unlawful, saying it threatens ballot integrity. But poll workers say they aren't worried.
The Madison City Clerk's office does a fantastic job of securing the elections.
Workers collected ballots, helped residents register to vote, and served as witnesses. They say their role is helping to bring the community together.
The important thing about democracy and voting is it is a grassroots thing. It has to do with you and your community and your neighborhood, and particularly in this time of pandemic.
Poll workers will be back around the city next weekend for the second Democracy in the Park event. In Madison, Abby Schinderly, News 3 Now.
Madison City Attorney responded to Speaker Voss today in a letter saying the event is neither insecure nor unlawful. City Attorney Michael Haas said the city invited election officials nominated by both Republicans and Democrats to work today's event and received no complaints. Haas also said Voss's concerns, quote, signal a desire to simply discourage participation by voters in Madison. Voters can check the status of their ballot at myvote.wi.gov. Let's get a look at your first warned weather with Chris Reese. It's going to start feeling like fall, actually.
Yeah, eventually. It still feels like summer right now. We're warmer now than we were at this time yesterday. The clouds have moved in. A strong southerly wind is in play, and that is helping our temperatures remain into the 70s. Yes. It is 5 after 10 o'clock at night, and we are at 77 in Janesville. Milwaukee's at 78. Kenosha is also 2 degrees away from the 80-degree mark, and we're still in the mid-70s as you work your way towards the driftless region, too. Platteville at 75. Boscobel is at 76. There's the wind coming out of the south and southwest at 13 miles per hour. You combine that with the cloud cover, and you are in for a mild night, that is for sure. Any shower activity earlier on was towards the northern part of the state. Here's how we'll respond as we go through the next couple of hours. Temperatures will drop by a couple degrees every hour or so. We'll be down at 70 by the time we get you towards 4 o'clock in the morning. Eventually, we'll start to feel more like fall, and we will look more like fall. The fall color report, we're adding more counties as they should tell us what they are seeing, and eventually by next week, hopefully, we'll have more of those counties in southern Wisconsin highlighted as well.
Thank you so much, Chris. President Trump announced today he's nominating Judge Amy Coney Barrett to take the seat of the late Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. The nomination kicks off an effort to have her confirmed by the Senate before Election Day. Trump introduced her during a Rose Garden ceremony at the White House.
She is a woman of unparalleled achievement, towering intellect, sterling credentials, and unyielding loyalty to the Constitution.
Barrett's conservative legal views stand in sharp contrast to Ginsburg. She was mentored by the late Justice Antonin Scalia. At today's ceremony, Barrett said she would be mindful of those who came before her on the court and recognize the achievements of Justice Ginsburg.
Justice Ginsburg began her career at a time when women were not welcome in the legal profession. But she not only broke glass ceilings, she smashed them. For that, she has won the admiration of women across the country and indeed all over the world.
Barrett currently sits on the 7th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals. If confirmed by the Senate, the 48-year-old woman would become the youngest associate justice on the current Supreme Court. Confirmation hearings could begin as early as October 12th. She would also be President Trump's third appointment, following Justices Neil Gorsuch and Brett Kavanaugh. A UW-Madison expert on constitutional law and the Supreme Court says Barrett's appointment would have a major impact, making the court its most conservative in nearly a century.
Not just conservative, but if you go through the list of justices and their views on various prominent issues, this is quite likely to be the most conservative Supreme Court we've had since the 1930s.
Wisconsin senators are reacting to Trump's pick as well. In a statement, Republican Senator Ron Johnson says he was pleased to vote for Barrett in 2017 when she was confirmed as a circuit court judge. Johnson said he expects to support Barrett's confirmation again, this time to the Supreme Court. Democratic Senator Tammy Baldwin says Trump's nomination shows he wants to overturn the Affordable Care Act and take away people's health care in the middle of a pandemic. She says she will not vote for a nominee to the court until after the November election and the new Senate takes office in January. A year after a man was killed in the township of Leeds, the Columbia County Sheriff's Office is still searching for answers. On September 27th last year, 35-year-old Keith Wolf was found shot dead in his basement after going down to investigate a noise he heard. After working with state and federal investigators, the Sheriff's Office says Wolf's death was not a random act. They say it's not too late to come forward with information. There is a $2,500 reward for information leading to an arrest. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Columbia County Sheriff's Office. All summer long, people have been protesting across the nation, demanding justice for the police-involved deaths of Breonna Taylor and George Floyd, and justice for Jacob Blake after being shot by Kenosha police last month. Gabriela Becerra shares how one Beloit family is also marching for someone closer to their own hearts.
7 years ago, Darius Lowry Baptiste was shot and killed by Beloit police officers. And fast forward to today, his family is still looking for justice.
There was no chance of survival. None. And still to this day,
There's no justice for nobody.
At the time, police said officers attempted to pull over Lowry Baptiste on an active arrest warrant. Lowry Baptiste didn't stop. An officer reported fearing Lowry Baptiste was going to run him over. 2 officers opened fire. The State Department of Criminal Investigation worked on the case and cleared the 3 officers involved.
No justice, no peace.
Lowry Baptiste's family says there should have been a different outcome.
It was murder. There's no other way about it.
Today, his family is demanding a second look at the case.
Serious life matters.
And the department's current policies.
Rubber bullets, they have tasers, they have, other things that they possibly could have done.
Although time doesn't slow down for his loved ones.
This happened in 2013. It's 2020, and it's getting worse, not better.
And the hurt is just as heavy as it was 7 years ago.
And for a mom to have to bury, this is my young son. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh.
They'll continue to fight for justice.
But I'm being strong for him because he needs and he deserves justice. He deserves it. He deserves it.
Those marching today say they also stand with others, including Breonna Taylor and Jacob Blake. In Beloit, I'm Gabriella Becerra, News 3 Now.
Gabby did reach out to the Beloit Police Department for comment, but they did not respond. There's more on News 3 Now at 10 as coronavirus cases continue to surge in Wisconsin. Some UW-Madison students return to the classroom. Plus, advocates are still working to connect people struggling with addiction with resources during the pandemic. How an event today helped that cause. Stay with us.
My son Beckett was 2 years old when he was diagnosed with leukemia. He would get sick. Aubrey would take him to the bathroom and she would rub his back. Our family is fighting this every single day. If Donald Trump gets rid of our healthcare law, my son won't be protected. We would have to be making some tough decisions about what medications we can afford. We need a president who will protect our health care, and that's Joe Biden.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Wisconsin is a home of workers. We know it needs to get done, and we do it. Yet, we've been hit hard, some harder than others. Our contact may be limited, but we still can lift each other up. The Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy providers are working together to help keep your heat and power on. You may not ask for it, but we want you to know we're here.
Sometimes you can't get to the store to get the items you need, but that doesn't mean you have to go without. Eye Care offers complete health coverage. Members receive up to $1,440 in over-the-counter items delivered right to their door for free. Our catalog includes hundreds of products, such as over-the-counter medications, vitamins, and first aid supplies. There's also flexibility to use these benefits in-store using an Eye Care benefit card. Rest easy. Eye Care is looking out for your health needs.
When looking for a TV and internet provider, we know you have a choice. This is Jessica. She still has satellite TV.
Well, I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD, and we love Spectrum's 24-hour local news channel. Plus, we get exclusive access to premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
I don't have that.
Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-976-4499.
Spectrum Internet starts at 200 megabits with no data caps and a free modem.
We have to get internet from another company, and it isn't nearly as fast.
Spectrum Internet, $44.99 a month.
I'd switch, but I'm stuck in a contract and would have to pay up to $480 to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll pay up to $500 to help you out of yours.
That's it. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV and internet from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-976-4499.
The president and former vice president are getting ready to share the stage for the first time this election cycle. We're talking to Professor Mike Wagner from the UW about the 3 things to watch for during this week's presidential debate. Join us Sunday at 6:30.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Flags Flew at half-staff today to honor Wisconsin firefighters who have died in the line of duty. Governor Evers issued the order yesterday. Today was also the annual silent procession ceremony at the State Firefighters Memorial Park in Wisconsin Rapids. In Edgerton Elementary School is shifting to all virtual instruction. It comes after cases of COVID-19 were reported in multiple classrooms. Community Elementary School will switch to virtual learning starting on Tuesday. Students will not return to the classroom until at least October 9th. The district's other schools and 4K centers will remain open. Wisconsin is reporting more than 2,000 coronavirus cases for the third day in a row. DHS and county dashboards show more than 2,600 new cases over the last 24 hours. 6 more people have died, while 19,000 of the state's 113,000 cases remain active. Some UW-Madison students are once again learning in person. The university allowed some courses to resume hybrid learning models today. Administrators say departments will decide how to incorporate in-person activities. UW moved to an all-virtual model on September 9th. 40 more UW students tested positive for COVID-19 yesterday, bringing the all-time total at the university to nearly 2,900. The pandemic isn't stopping the annual Rally for Recovery. The event is for those in recovery from drug and alcohol addictions. The goal is to reduce the stigma associated with addiction. Normally, hundreds gather at the state capitol, but this year the event was virtual. It still featured a resource fair, giveaways, networking, and featured speakers who shared their experiences with addiction and sobriety.
I have more fun sober than I ever did drinking. I don't want to paint a false picture that initially you stop drinking and it's so amazing and you feel great. It's really hard and it's an adjustment, but I knew it was the right thing.
The event is hosted by Wisconsin Voices for Recovery. It's normally hosted in September because it's National Recovery Month. The UW-Madison group Cardiac on Campus, which advocates for heart health, usually hosts the Red Tutu Trot this time of year, now making it a virtual fundraiser.
We're, of course, a little sad that we cannot get together because it's a great event and we have a great time throwing the 5K every year. But on the plus side, it's given us the possibility to engage people all over the country. We already have over 120 participants from 14 different states signed up, coast to coast, from California to Massachusetts.
It's a week-long event beginning tomorrow. Participants register online, then they can run or walk the 5K on their own. Money raised will help the group continue to offer free CPR trainings in the Madison area and help fund AEDs. So far, they've been able to put 3 AEDs in UW dorms and 2 others on campus. Let's get a look at your first warned weather now with Chris Reese.
We have had some showers throughout northern parts of the state as we have gone through today. Here in southern Wisconsin, we've been dry, but we've had the cloud cover. Focusing in on where the showers are now. We had some severe thunderstorms earlier, but the lightning and thunder component have since fallen apart across the Northwoods. We're still dry here throughout south central Wisconsin. My expectation is that we stay dry as we go through the rest of the overnight hours as well, but we're going to be staying warm, folks. Winds are out of the south. As long as we keep this strong southwesterly wind that pumps in the warm air, that also pumps in the moisture. Have you stepped outside and felt how humid it is? It feels more like a summer night out there. Fall, it's on the other side of this stationary front. And tomorrow, this stationary front begins to move towards the south as a cold front. That's when changes begin to move our direction as we begin to push towards next week. Check this out. It is after 10 o'clock, we're still at 74, and our average high for this time of the year is in the mid-60s. Winds coming out of the south and southwest at 13 miles per hour. Dew points are into the 60s as well. I said it all summer long. When dew points are in the 60s, it's the air you can wear. Your clothes begin to stick to you. That's where we're at. Still 75 in Janesville right now. Platteville coming in at 76. Prairie du Chien is 2 degrees away from the 80-degree mark. But watch what happens as we go through the overnight hours and into tomorrow. Our dew point's at 63. That means our temperature won't be able to drop below that. So our overnight low forecast is at 63. Then we start to move into tomorrow. This is 1 o'clock. Showers will likely begin to break out at that time, and I expect it to be a little bit more widespread than what you see here on Future Track. Perhaps a thin line of showers coming on through will only top out right around 66. Eventually, that pushes on through. There's the wind direction change. That's the cold front pushing through. And we're going to see a northerly wind into Tuesday or into Monday. Well, Tuesday as well. And check the temperatures. We're into the afternoon, and we are still into the 50s. Here's the pattern change as we go into next week. Not one shot of cooler air, but multiple. That was Monday and Tuesday. Here comes Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and into Saturday as well. This is where the frost potential will be there, especially throughout parts of the Northwoods. But even throughout that first week of October as a whole, there is an 80 to 90% probability of being below normal really throughout the entire eastern part of the country. Clouds Tuesday and Wednesday, another chance for showers as we go into Thursday. It's also the coolest day, 53 for that high, 36 for the overnight low. We'll see a little bit more sunshine moving into next weekend. By next week, temperatures will recover back into the upper 50s and low 60s. I cannot believe I'm saying that already.
Yeah, I mean, it's been kind of weird because it still feels like summer and we are in fall, so it'll start to feel more like fall.
Yes, it is. It's going to look like it, too.
Yeah.
That whole pattern next week is a recipe for good fall color, so I'm excited about it.
That's great. Thank you so much, Chris. Brandon Woodruff pitching a gem tonight. We break down the playoff chances for the Brewers. Coming up next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
During Joe Biden's 47 years in Washington, Made in America was replaced with Made in China. Biden's bad trade deals put China first, and American workers paid the price. Millions of jobs lost to Mexico and China. Donald Trump is the jobs president. He helped create millions of jobs. Factories returned. African Americans, Hispanic Americans, and women saw record gains. President Trump will always put America first.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Yeah, I think we're good here. Why do we offer so many active safety features on our Chevy SUVs? Oh, yeah. All set.
Ready, Freddie?
Because we're not just engineers.
Call us when you get there, okay? Slowly. I'm going slow. We have families, too.
Get 15% of MSRP cash back on most 2020 Equinox models. That's over $5,700 cash back on this Equinox. Plus, current GM owners get an additional $750 cash allowance. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Join Anytime Fitness on Tuesday, October 6th during our 12-hour sale and literally only pay what you can. It's our way of helping you get back to making healthy happen. Pay what you can on Tuesday, October 6th at Anytime Fitness.
At GHC, we want you to be safer at home. We have more ways for you to get care anywhere, anytime, day or night. Be seen, be safe, be home. We will get through this together, and we will all get better together.
Lately, we've come to appreciate what home has to offer. Right now at Feldco, buy one window and you'll get one free, plus no interest for 1 year. That'll help keep your home and your family warm, safe, and comfortable all year long. That's something we've been providing for almost 50 years. Let Feldco get you ready for colder weather. Buy one window, get one free now.
Buy one, get one free ends Wednesday. Hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
I was sworn into the United States Senate in a hospital. My wife and daughter had been killed in an automobile crash. And lying in the bed were my two little boys. I couldn't have imagined what it would have been like if I didn't have insurance to cover them immediately and fully. 40 years later, one of those little boys, my son Bo, was diagnosed with terminal cancer, given months to live. I can't fathom what would have happened if the insurance companies had the power to say, last few months, you're on your own. The fact of the matter is, healthcare is personal to me. Obamacare is personal to me. When I see the President of the United States try to eliminate this healthcare in the middle of a public health crisis, that's personal to me too. We've got to build on what we did because every American deserves affordable healthcare. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
So the Brewers' chances of making
making the playoffs are slowly but surely increasing. They do have to win out in these final 2 games of the regular season. And then on top of that, the Giants and Phillies both have to lose. The Phillies, we got that taken care of. They already lost 1 game tonight. And the Giants still in progress, so we will have to see. But in the meantime, Brandon Woodruff definitely helping the cause for the Brewers, pitching lights out today, allowing 2 hits in 8 innings, 10 Ks as well. And then Ryan Braun getting a big one off Adam Wainwright in the 4th inning. His 8th home run of the season, 1-0 Brewers. And then right after that, Daniel Vogelbach making it back-to-back jacks for the Brew Crew. 3-0 the final against the Cardinals tonight. Tomorrow's regular season finale, 2:15 p.m. The Packers making some shifts before game day in New Orleans. Green Bay upgrading tight end John Lovett and wide receiver Darius Shepard from the practice squad to the active roster today. Looking for a little help on offense because as of the Friday night injury report, Devontae Adams was listed as doubtful for tomorrow's game against the Saints. Now, he didn't practice all week after tweaking his hamstring in the first quarter of the Lions game last week. So if he somehow does end up playing, head coach Matt LaFleur knows a player who can play at that level will be just fine.
There's some specific plays that maybe are a little bit newer than others, and you don't quite get the timing that you're going to get in the game. So that's always, you never want that. But at the same time, when you have a guy of his caliber, you want to find a way to get him to the grass on Sunday.
Couple Power 5 starting football this week. Kansas State at 3rd-ranked Oklahoma in the Big 12. We pick it up in the fourth quarter. Sooners punted away for the first time in the game, and it is blocked. The Wildcats, they've got it. Later, the handoff goes to Deuce Vaughn. 38 yards later, it is a Kansas State touchdown. The Wildcats add a field goal to that after that, and then the Sooners driving. Spencer Rattler airs it out, but to the wrong guy. Jerron McPherson steals it for Kansas State. They upset Oklahoma 38-35. Over in the SEC, Kentucky at Auburn for a top 25 matchup. Wildcats fire first. This man's name is Kavosiey Smoke. You got to score touchdowns if your name is Kavosiey Smoke, right? Kentucky up first, but a lot of War Eagle after that. Bo Nix and Seth Williams, quite the pair. Just check out these throws and then the even better catches. It was a fun day for Auburn. They beat Kentucky 29-13. Don't worry, Big Ten fans. Season is just 4 Saturdays away. Ford Madison still undefeated at home. The Mingos beat Chattanooga 1-0 in Wauwatosa today. Only goal from Michael Vang. It's his 3rd goal of the year. And finally tonight, in the COVID era, fans will go to any length just to see a little glimpse of sports. This gentleman taking in the Irish Open, which is on the property of a spa and golf resort in the United Kingdom. Coffee in hand, seemingly enjoying himself with about a dozen friends, unbothered. The European tour has closed events to fans, of course, because of coronavirus. We are presuming that this gentleman lives on the property as well by the 14th hole there. Not a bad morning for him. We'll be right back.
Oh, there's one of the few spectators outside the bubble. He's got a few friends as well.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only in the Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center, Madison.
Get up and get going. It's time to get your Fusion with the limited time offer. And well, let's just say more. Like Copilot 360, Bliss, lane keeping system, pre-collision assist, adaptive cruise control, Wi-Fi hotspot, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Whew, that's a lot. What are you waiting for? Get to your Ford dealer today. Right now, get Fusion with 0% financing for 66 months plus $3,000 cash back. Or lease one for just $199 a month. Hurry in.
Hey guys, listen up! This coronavirus thing has lasted forever. If we're gonna get back out there, we need to work together. We've gotta take care of ourselves. So wear your mask, wash your hands, get your flu shot, social distance. The sooner we all do it, the sooner we can get back to the important stuff, like playing. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
But they've got the experience. I'm still in shock 3 or 4 years later that we're in this position now.
November can't come fast enough because there are families that need help now.
There is no good reason if you are able to vote not to vote. We need to.
right? We need to have individuals that are in office like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
Good governance makes a difference.
To the thousands who did not vote, we need you to show up for our future and for our country.
That's right. You cannot sit on the sidelines. You got to get in the game.
It's the furniture sale you don't want to miss. It's A1 Furniture's Back and Better Than Ever sale. Save up to 40% store-wide. Living room sets, bedroom sets, dining room sets, all up to 40% off our already low prices. Plus, tax included on every purchase over $4.99. And that's not all. How about take 48 months to pay with no interest to qualified buyers? Most in-store items available for immediate pickup or delivery. Shop in-store or online at A1Furniture.com. Don't miss the A1 Back and Better Than Ever sale. On now.
Do you worry about going to the dentist? Well, relax. The Carefree dental card is now available in your area. Call the number on your screen and we'll send your actual card at no cost today. With the Carefree dental card, you go to the dentist whenever you need and you instantly pay a lot less. The Carefree dental card is just $15.95 a month. So call now and make going to the dentist carefree.
Call 1-800-451-3571 to receive your free Carefree dental card information kit.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only in the Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center, Madison.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
It's National Diaper Need Awareness Week, and a local group is trying to do its part. Pregnancy Helpline of Madison hosted its 6th annual Diaper Dash this morning in Fitchburg. The 5K run walk went virtual this year, but the community diaper drop-off was still in person. The group's director says they've seen a dramatic increase in families' need for diapers during the pandemic.
And with the pandemic, we know that that need is increasing because of loss of income and jobs. And we're here to fill that gap and to provide a little bit of ease for families so that they don't have to worry about their diapers, babies being in dirty diapers.
Pregnancy Helpline also met its $15,000 fundraising goal last year. The group says it gave away more than 148,000 free diapers to Madison area families. A lot of fundraisers and stuff going virtual, but it was a pretty nice day to be out.
Exactly, but tomorrow's where things are going to change. The rain chances come back tomorrow. It won't be a washout. We'll see more rain chances, though, on Monday, and then some scattered showers possible into next week as well. By the way, Tuesday, it's going to be windy out of the north and west, so that 60 is going to feel more like 40 with the wind. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
This time of the year, so get ready for next week.
All right, thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night.